So, um, in terms of the buildup of the content,
The
history,
Yeah.
and the setup in itself,
Yeah.
do we get that on the call, or this is something we get now?
That's when you start working with us. So basically what it looks like is when you start working, we need you to fill in about 8 documents, like, or get the resources for 8 things. Once you give us those 8 resources, and we'll give you the stuff we kind of need to fill and compile, we will then basically put that with other documentation instructions we have on our own, and actually build out all your projects and everything in AI for you on the call. Like, because there's certain things we need to make everything, like, we can make an AI that's a general that would be good, but it's not specific. So the reason AI crushes so well for me is it knows everything I do inside out, like everything. It knows like, it will have this conversation we're having right now in AI. Like, everything is going to be recorded, is pushed into there. So it has background information. So that's kind of essentially in terms of like how it works, is once you start working with us, we would get you to give us complete, I think it's about 8 documents, or like 8 pieces of information we need. We then have probably 15 documents and files and other kind of instructions that we add into that, which then get everything to work perfectly. And that's how you basically have all these tools to fire automatically. And you basically then have in your pocket, you can just voice note and things come out perfect. And these are like one-time systems. Like, once it's done, it's done. And it just gets better and better and better and better. In particular, the AI second brain, because it's like learning about you and your business, the way we kind of structure that, it works phenomenally well. Cool. Any other questions? I've got any chat to it. Okay, cool. So what is the best prompt to ensure chat continuity? Are you using, Shrita, are you using Claude or ChatGPT?
I use Claude.
Right, so like that, I know it's happened a lot in Claude. It doesn't in ChatGPT. I've never had that in ChatGPT. I've had that in Claude before. So with that, the problem is if you start using threads that are way too long, it's reanalyzing everything you kind of said again. So I would start creating new comments. At a certain point, you're gonna have to start a new chat. So at that point, I would probably, you could create a prompt which is export everything from this chat into a data file that I can download, and then you can start a new chat and then upload that. That's a way around it.
Okay. And do you still recommend? So I remember listening to a podcast with, I think, Jody. You were saying that time was a lot better than chat. Would you say?
So I agree. I agree. So this is also where context of things move so quick. You see, I'm smiling because it's true. That's testimony. So I'm glad you pulled me on that. So Claude AI is good. ChatGPT, in my opinion, is way, way better now. So like, my thing is that the AI is only as good as the information you put into it. ChatGPT a year ago was kind of sucked for like written copy. I think it's on the same level as Claude now, if not better. So instead of having 2 different systems, it's like you wouldn't have 2 CRM systems, right? I'd rather have one system that has everything, has full context, because otherwise you're kind of like, oh, well, I wrote these ads in Claude, but then my ChatGPT that I use for decisions doesn't know about it, and like, you kind of bounce in between 2. So I would focus on whichever one you find you're most comfortable with. I was using Claude and then went back to ChatGPT when they brought out ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 5 now is much better. And then where it will be in a year's time is frightening. So like, I've gone down rabbit holes about learning about like vibe coding, and I can build software with AI and kind of like playing around with it. And we've actually got an AI specialist who's Serbian who's joined our team now as well. So it's important to make sure that you're kind of staying ahead of the curve. And that's like essentially our job. It's like, okay, this is what's happening, this is what's working. And you pulled me correctly that, yeah, we were using Claude, but now we've gone back to ChatGPT because it's better as an overall kind of system.
Okay, thank you. And when it comes to organizing, so like, say you have a content coach, a lead gen, like, should all of these be individual projects, or should they be chats within like one major project?
You want to break everything into subsections in terms of projects, and then make sure you have the right information in all those projects so it has the right knowledge sources. So like, that's why I say AI is only as good as the tools you give it and the resources you give. And essentially that's what we help everyone kind of build out. Is okay, you then have the perfect AI system that works, and then it actually makes copy that sounds like you. So like it will use the exact terminology you use and the exact words you use. Like we have some systems that do that, and like Mike, who's actually sitting over here in my videographer, he made a document of like the way I kind of speak, and I read it and I was like, commonly used words, and I was like, I say all of these things all the time. But that's kind of like where it's freakishly weird. And we do other things like using personality tests and stuff like that to make it very specific.
Cool. And those are included in the workshop tools?
Yeah, we do all that. We do all that stuff as well. If you enjoyed this clip and you're a business owner, content creator, or coach, and you want help in terms of exactly how to scale your business to the next level using ads, AI, VSLs, setters, and building teams to basically monetize your business and monetize your knowledge, but without you having to press all the buttons, it's never been easier than before. What we can do is we can walk through the whole process in terms of how we're doing this over and over and over again with content creators, with business owners. If you hit the link at the bottom of this video, you can book a call with us and the team. We can audit your whole business, show you where the bottlenecks are, and show you exactly how we can scale. And if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we can show you what that looks like too.